How to dye a synthetic wig. Have you ever had problems with not being able to find the perfect shade of hair color for a character you're dressing up as? If you have encountered problems with the color of a synthetic wig, this video can help you solve the problem with a bit of DIY. Steps. Gather the things you'll need, listed below. Where you can get the materials, most art or craft shops would carry the Copic line, as these are quite popular with artists. They come in a really wide range of colors, so you do not have to worry about not being able to get a shade you want. A bottle of these would only cost about $6. Surgical latex gloves can be found at most pharmacies. Change into your old clothing, in case of staining. Find a well-ventilated but not excessively windy workspace. Lay newspapers on the working surfaces of your furniture and floor. For example, tables, chairs, sinks, etc. Set up your wig stand on a dry, newspaper-covered, flat and stable place. Place your wig on the stand. Put on your gloves and mask. Squeeze about 5 ml of blue marker ink onto a dish. Lightly dip one flat edge of the sponge into the ink, making sure that it has soaked up a moderate amount. The entire edge should have absorbed the ink, but it should not drip. Lift an approximate 2-5 centimeters width of hair starting directly from the root of the parting with the forefinger and middle finger of your less dominant hand. You should only be holding a thin top layer of the hair. Work in small portions. Picture this: pretend your fingers are scissors and you have to cut the hair. You will quite naturally position your two fingers parallel to your lips. Place the inked sponge edge at the roots, above where you are holding, and slowly slide both the sponge and your fingers towards yourself. As you reach the end of the hair length, gently curl your wrist away from you with your thumb gradually facing the floor while maintaining the position of your fingers. The back of your hand is now facing you, and that works like a support for the sponge to color all the way to the tips. Repeat throughout the entire wig. Clip up the completed portions, so that they do not obstruct wherever you are working with at the moment. Clip up the completed portions, so that they do not obstruct wherever you are working with at the moment. It is best to revolve the wig stand, so that the portions you are working on face you, rather than you climbing all over the place to reach an uncolored spot. Squeeze more ink as you need along the way. Do not leave the ink lying on the dish, as it dries out very quickly. Take the other clean sponge into new dish. Use the darker blue ink to give the hair low lights. Go over the blue with the darker blue in some underlying layers of the hair, or streak the fringe and sides. This is to create some depth, so that your wig will not look like a pile of flat colored plastic. Use the darker blue sparingly. Follow the same technique so as not to overdo it. The ink should dry quite quickly. Brush out any clumps or tangles in the wig gently after it is dry. Leave the wig out to air for 2 to 3 days. This removes the smell of the marker ink. Dispose of used materials according to your area rules.